Have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract success, wealth, and opportunity, while others work hard their entire lives and still struggle to move forward? More than 100 years ago, a man named Wattles wrote a book that would quietly influence entrepreneurs, millionaires, and self-improvement thinkers for generations. That book was The Science of Getting Rich. And even today, its message still feels strangely powerful. This is not just a book about money. It is a book about the way you think, the way you act, and the hidden mental patterns that shape your entire future. Because according to Wattles, getting rich is not about luck. It is not about talent. It is not even about working harder than everyone else. It is about understanding a certain way of thinking, a certain way of living, that separates those who stay stuck from those who rise. And in this video, we are going to explore the timeless lessons hidden inside this legendary book. By the end of this video, you may never look at success the same way again. The first idea in this book is both simple and shocking. Wattles believed that most people fail, not because they lack ability, but because they think in a small and limited way. Most people focus on scarcity. They constantly think about not enough money, not enough opportunities, not enough time, not enough luck. And according to Wattles, whatever dominates your mind eventually shapes your reality. If you constantly think about lack, you begin to act from fear. You hesitate. You doubt yourself. You avoid risks. You settle for less. You expect disappointment before success even arrives. And slowly, without realizing it, you build a life based on limitation. But wealthy and successful people think differently. They think in terms of growth, possibility, expansion. They believe there is always another opportunity, another solution, another level. And that mindset changes everything. Because your thoughts influence your actions, and your actions shape your future. Wattles called this thinking in a certain way. Not random thinking, not wishful thinking, but focused, disciplined thinking directed toward a clear vision. He believed that clarity is power. Most people move through life without a clear image of what they truly want. They say, I just want to be happy. I want more money. I want success. But that is too vague. Successful people become specific. They create a mental picture of the life they want to build. They see it clearly. They feel emotionally connected to it. And they return to that vision every single day. According to Wattles, the mind works like a magnet. The clearer your vision becomes, the more your actions begin aligning with it. And slowly, your behavior changes. You become more confident, more focused, more intentional. You stop wasting energy on distractions. And that is when transformation begins. Another powerful lesson from this book is the importance of action. Many people dream. Very few move. Wattles believed that success does not come from waiting for the perfect moment. It comes from acting with faith, even before results appear. This is where most people fail. They wait until they feel confident. But confidence usually comes after action, not before it. The people who change their lives are not always smarter than everyone else. They simply move while others hesitate. They take one step, then another, and over time, small actions create massive change. Wattles warned against overthinking. He believed that fear destroys momentum. The longer you delay, the weaker your belief becomes. And eventually, dreams die not because they were impossible, but because they were never acted upon. That is why successful people protect momentum. They understand that imperfect action is often more powerful than perfect planning. The book also speaks about gratitude. And this may sound simple, but according to Wattles, gratitude is one of the most powerful mental states a person can develop. Why? Because gratitude shifts your focus away from scarcity. Instead of constantly noticing what is missing, you begin noticing opportunities, progress, and abundance already present in your life. And when your mind operates from appreciation instead of desperation, your energy changes. You become calmer, more optimistic, more creative. You stop acting like someone who is defeated by life and start acting like someone preparing for greater things. Wattles believed gratitude creates harmony between the mind and the future you desire. In other words, gratitude trains your brain to expect growth instead of failure. Another deep idea from this book is that environment affects destiny. If you spend every day surrounded by negativity, fear, complaining, and hopeless thinking, eventually, That energy influences you. Your standards drop. Your motivation weakens. Your vision becomes smaller. That is why successful people carefully protect what enters their minds. They pay attention to the books they read, the conversations they have, the content they consume, and the people around them. Because every environment shapes identity, and identity shapes behavior. If you constantly surround yourself with limitation, you eventually start believing limitation is normal. But when you expose yourself to ambition, discipline, wisdom, and growth, your own mindset begins evolving. That is why reading books like The Science of Getting Rich can feel life-changing. Every company, every invention, every empire, every movement, before it became reality, it existed only as belief. The Science of Getting Rich still continues to inspire millions of people around the world, eventually become a completely different life. So the real question is not, can you become successful? The real question is, what thoughts are shaping your future right now? Because the life you build tomorrow often begins with the mindset you choose today. And maybe that is the real science of getting rich.